Forget Eriksen impetus, 5 reasons Denmark can beat England. You might not have heard, but England played Denmark in the Euro 2020 semi-final on Wednesday night. The Danes have become many people's second team during this tournament in the wake of Christian Eriksen's cardiac arrest in their opening game. They have certainly ridden a wave of emotion, but there are plenty of reasons besides why Denmark could inflict another disappointing semi on England. Here are 5. Denmark are as tactically flexible as England. Much of the discussion in the lead-up to kick-off at Wembley will focus on Gareth Southgate's selection and England's tactics, but Southgate will have to take a best guess at what the Three Lions might be up against on Wednesday night. Because Kasper Hjulmand and his players have proved themselves to be just as tactically versatile as Southgate and England. Denmark started the tournament in a 4-3-3, but after losing Eriksen, Hjulmand switched to 3 at the back and it has, for the most part, been hugely successful. When that system wasn't getting the best out of the Danes, Hjulmand recognized the problem quickly and applied a fix so fast it must have been pre-prepared. For 20 minutes against Wales, Denmark were getting pushed back by Gareth Bale and Daniel James, while Aaron Ramsey was seeing enough of the ball to pull strings in midfield. By switching seamlessly to a back 4, with Andreas Christensen moving into midfield to get between Ramsey and Kiefer Moore, Denmark immediately asserted their authority and scored 4 to highlight it. They beat Czech Republic with a back 3, which only looked in any danger for 10 minutes at the start of the second half. Whichever system Southgate opts for, Hjulmand, if he chooses, can match his men with England. A back 3 would allow Joachim Mell to get forward down England's right, while a 4 could see Christensen muzzle Chelsea teammate Mason Mount, while depriving Harry Kane of the space he enjoys dropping into. Danish defense can keep Kane and co. quiet whether they number in 3 or 4, Denmark are defensively very sound. It's fortunate for England that Harry Kane has boosted his confidence with 3 goals in the last 2 matches, because the England centre-forward will need it when he takes on Simon Kjær, Jannik Vestergaard and Christensen. The fact that Kasper Schmeichel has had fewer saves to make than Jordan Pickford, even if England are yet to concede a goal, illustrates the solidity of Hjulmand's team. And the centre-backs are extremely well insulated. Behind them, Kasper Schmeichel has been as solid as Leicester fans have come to expect, while Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Thomas Delaney do an excellent screening job, even if Højbjerg is allowed a little more freedom to roam than he was granted for much of the season at Spurs. Together, they have attempted the most tackles of any of the 4 nations remaining and recovered possession more often than any of the other finalists. Thomas Delaney won more duels than any other player versus Czech Republic, 11. He also made the joint most interceptions, 3, and scored in a major tournament for the first time. Superscript apic.twitter.com Amaxnavig, Skauka Football, @Skauka, July 3, 2021. Their attackers are flying. That is not to say Denmark have defended their way to the semi-finals. Quite the opposite. The Danes have had more possession than England, only 4 nations have enjoyed a higher average percentage than Denmark's 54%, while only Spain have scored more goals. In terms of attempts on goal, between England and Denmark, it isn't even close. Only Spain and Italy have attempted more shots than the 90 Denmark have tried. For comparison, England have mustered only 37 shots on goal, still fewer than Scotland, who went home almost a fortnight ago. Their total of 11 goals at the Euro finals is a Danish record, while no team had scored 4 goals in successive matches prior to Denmark achieving the feat in their last group game and last 16 clash. Okay, so Spain almost immediately eclipsed that benchmark by scoring 5 times in successive matches, but that doesn't detract from how impressive Denmark have been going forward. And they have been this potent without their best player. Denmark reorganized after the horror of Eriksen's emergency, and Hjulmand's front 3 is a fluid unit, with Kasper Dolberg, Martin Braithwaite and Eriksen's stand-in, Mikkel Damsgaard, all finding the net, among 7 Danes to score in the tournament. 11, only Spain, 12, have scored more goals than Denmark at number Euro 2020, with this now the Danes' best return in a single edition at a European Championship World Cup. Legs. Number cheat in https://t.co/mulkdidzl, Optajo, @Optajo, July 3, 2021. They have one of the players of the tournament ready to expose an England weakness. Mell is one of 3 Danes to have scored multiple goals. The Atalanta full-back has been one of the players of the tournament, with Leonardo Spinazzola pushing him close before the Italy star's injury. Right-footed left-backs have been something of a trend this tournament, but no one has done it better than Mell. As a wing-back, The 24-year-old delivered one of the passes of this or any other European championship against Czech Republic when he bent in a delivery so sexy, Dolberg wasn't sure whether to score or SHG it. Mel's threat is one for Southgate to be most wary of, especially if Denmark opt for 3-4-3. Ukraine targeted Kyle Walker on his inside when they had their brief spell of pressure on Saturday, and that won't have gone unnoticed by Jolmond and Mel. Walker is more comfortable in a back three, and if Southgate sticks with the Manchester City defender as full-back in a 4, then he will have his work cut out dealing with Mel's incisive passing and running. Denmark were winning consistently before Eriksen's ordeal. It is impossible to ignore the extra motivation Denmark have taken from Eriksen's absence. As spirited as England clearly are, they will meet a side on Wednesday just as determined, resolute and focused on going even further for their stricken teammate. But it is not the impetus provided by the horror they endured together just before halftime in their opening game that has propelled Denmark to the semi-finals. They were a damn good side in fine form coming into the tournament. Like England, they had won 8 out of 10 matches in the run-up to the Euros, with only Italy boasting a better record over the same period. Going back further, they had won 12 out of 16, failing to score in only one of those fixtures, while the Danes have tasted defeat in only 4 of their last 33, a run that included a victory at Wembley and a draw in Copenhagen against Southgate's England. This is a tight-knit team familiar with one another. More than half the 26-man squad went to the last World Cup compared to 9 of England's players, with Jolmond's nous, since taking over a year ago, adding an extra dimension to the Danes. Denmark may well win the Euros for Eriksen. But any triumph won't be a consequence of what stirred them, rather the quality Jolmond possesses throughout his ranks.